flooding like this every year.
Yeah, KRON 4's Lindsey Ford actually talked to some folks who live up near Guerneville and got their view about what's going on.
The hot box food truck was back in business on Monday at its usual spot, right outside of the Guerneville Pee Wee Golf Course. But over the weekend, it was a different story. Demisha, an employee with Hot Box Food Truck, had to park the truck up the street on a river to serve the community lunch.
A little bit up River Road, where it's a little bit higher, where it never floods, and usually parks are there. We take all of our food out, we put it in our commissary, and then we just wait it out.
On Saturday, several roads around Guerneville Pee Wee Golf Course were flooded and not accessible.
Much worse than Saturday on several occasions. The last one I think would have been 2019. We had a really bad flood. It went up to over the door hinge. This time it only came up to half of the door.
Demisha has lived in the area for 15 years. He's an employee at the Hot Box. He said 20 years ago, the dinosaur in the back lot of the course had water up to its mouth.
The building, the actual Pee Wee Golf, it has been totally engulfed in water before.
Jeanette Carreras lives down Drake Road. She said this flood was pretty similar to 2019.
This is the first year that we got stuck back here because Drake's flooded completely. So on Saturday, we couldn't leave our house at all. We were completely stuck at home.
Thankfully, Carreras and her family were prepared for the storm, but others weren't so lucky.
I feel bad for people who, don't have vehicles, elderly, people who don't have the resources to get out of here when the floods happen. Those are the people who I was most worried about. People who live along the river. Our house is pretty centrally located, so we were okay, but I know a lot of people were affected who were in lower laying areas and they got flooded out.
Carreras says the community has really come together. Many are connecting through a local Facebook page to help each other out. In Guerneville, Lindsey Ford, KRON 4 News.